On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Washington Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. The Golden Gophers offense will go on the attack first. And it'll be Drake Lindsey leading the attack. What a rough game he had in that loss last time out, throwing 3 interceptions. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Taylor has it. He never had a chance to get it to the edge in first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a heat. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's a welcome sight for this defense, man. You got 4 sacks last week. They talked about it. Getting to the quarterback, pressuring him, making him feel uncomfortable. To do it on the first drive, to set the tone, to show him we're coming just like we were last week. It's a good start by this defense.
The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Washington's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. 100-yard rushing day, scored a touchdown in their victory last time out. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Williams showing the arm strength to the left. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Let's it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early. Playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. They're working that left side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Rush is on him. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So they've put up some early points. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Here's Williams to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. He's in open space downfield. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Williams will pass. Got him downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's it, fly. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. At midfield, he's got room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Throwing, Williams. He's going for the big play. And incomplete on the deep ball. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Here comes the heat. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the ground with the counter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Williams gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams looking for a man. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. It's Williams again. He's got him this time. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw it. Makes a catch. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Trying to wear down this defense. The 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 1. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Could be an alley. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Huskies. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. On to attempt to try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
Man, down by 17. It's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back,
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Throws to the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Williams to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. 4th down, Williams. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
There's a crease. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Williams will pass. Pulls it in, it's Moss. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Huskies.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense?
He's got it on the left. Off to the races. The 10. Touchdown, Minnesota. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Washington sideline. There is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Running inside, it's Taylor. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, you know, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Gophers will take their first time out. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. That's reeled in, it's held. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Under fire. Another incompletion on third down. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. All the way back to his 5-yard line. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Washington! Special teams proving to be special. What a spectacular play by the return man. 90-plus yards.
No, yes, perfect. Great decision. Sometimes when that ball gets inside the 10, you might want to let it bounce, go into the end zone. The returner says, I got different plans. I'm going to make something happen, and he sure as heck does when he gets it.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's held. Timeout taken by Minnesota, that's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Timeout called by the Golden Gophers, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Hauls it in. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll close the gap to 14.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half, and there's a lot.
Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. watched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Wildcats able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside Husky Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
The Golden Gophers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Hey guys, the Huskies head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he wants an even greater sense of urgency from his team. It's the Big Ten Conference season opener, and even though they had a good first half, more urgency, more execution here to start the third quarter is the team's focus coming out of the locker room.
Okay, Holly, backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Caught. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. He's at the touchdown, Husky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass.
Number 90, set to kick off.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll try the left side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. With the catch, it's Smith. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give is to Taylor. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. To the air on second down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the back. He almost... Another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes...
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. And they'll just try to kick it out of bounds to make sure that thing doesn't get run back.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. And the Golden Gophers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Had it in his hand, for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Never a doubt.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Washington again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He slings it deep to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense option. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one back.
Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Washington Huskies and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Trojans offense will take the field first. This offense will be led by Jaden Mayava. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this high-powered offense, squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Bring in the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. On target over the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Trojans are flying down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Now the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Jordan. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Mayava. Looking down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. 9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious. And these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Washington's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
They're going to run it, fighting off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums, and maybe a crease. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Williams. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And guys, they got the completion, but nothing productive to show for it. Third and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires on the run. Goes high to pull it in. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. If you give up a big play, what do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having time to go through. If I'm a defensive back, I'm going right to the defensive line. Hey, bro, can we get some pressure on the quarterback, man? That's unacceptable.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside, it's Jordan. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Working that left side now. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fakes to grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Got his man out of the backfield. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. The lead is 6 in the first.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Throwing, Williams. Oh, he makes the catch. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Fourth down and short, and where do they put the ball? In the hands of their quarterback. This guy is so good. They trust him. He runs the option and keeps it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. At the 35, he's loose. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
No doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. The run inside. It's Jordan. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And now on second down for this offense. looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab on the left. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Jordan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Looking for a huge play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Wants to throw. It's Mayaba. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Going with the counter play here. Trying to take it back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to string, and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Running inside, it's Jordan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Line play action. Under fire. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Inside the 15, Trojans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. In the red area, it's Jordan. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Gets it to the back. Touchdown, Trojans. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And here's the return. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Here we go. 19, fireball. 19,
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man down the middle.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Mayava. He hurls one deep down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Trojans! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? That quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Send the tight end in motion. The give out of the gun. Picks up the first down. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He leaves it with his back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Williams. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Lined up in the gun. Williams on third down. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down. Washington sends out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air. It's Mayava. Got it. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Open spaces. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's Williams to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And the defender makes... Great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The on inside. It's Jordan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Right down the boulevard. And they go back on top.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying him out there.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Outstanding tackle to keep him from getting the first down, and they'll get it back. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. At time, as both teams head into the locker room, we were looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 15 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Scarlet Knights, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game. That gets them back above 500. They're now 3-2 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside the Coliseum. What can you say about this playmaking receiver that's not abundantly clear? More than 100 yards in the first half. He's totally taken over this game. His team has the lead, and he's improving his draft stock as we speak. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter, gain some momentum here, and change the course of this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams. He's got him at the 45 on his way. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Here's a little room there. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to Washington. Breaks the tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the gun to give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Williams from the gun on third down. It's complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play. How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. And after that last field goal, they start this third quarter, find themselves playing from behind. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. He's got him in the flat.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And they'll knock him down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. The Trojans will hustle to the line. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Trying to get outside, it's Miller. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Finds a spot in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Miller. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That's that's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, USC! They take the lead with the 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense.
Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. Here he comes with the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Huskies love to ride this running game. What a day he's putting up. Somewhere Bishop Sankey is smiling.
And don't confuse yourself. Like, let's not make this hard. If I'm on offense, all the UW fans are saying the same thing. Feed that man the ball. He continues to be productive every single time he touches it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Makes the catch. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Finds his tight end. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Power ahead. Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's 3rd and goal. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! They move on top here in the 4th. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey, guys, checking in from the USC sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Nice.
Appreciate that, Holly.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. He's got his man, makes the grab. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man on the outside.
Well, the offense on third down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Going to the running game. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead.
Got a little grass. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Williams. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. To throw, it's Mayava. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Tripped up for the tackle. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Miller. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Floats it out in space. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Maybe some room here. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Give to Washington again. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Would they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. The Trojans use their 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First runs it into the house. Touchdown, Washington! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Mayava. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here's a give to Washington. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback keeps it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Going to the run, it's Washington. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Washington again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now facing a 3rd and long. A run for the quarterback. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker, and how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.